Hi, my name is Ronya, and I'm a part of the MECFS team here at Arthritis Pain Support and Emerge ACT. Welcome to our series of videos for family and friends of people living with debilitating fatigue conditions. This series is adapted from our booklet called Information for Family and Friends of People with MECFS, Fibromyalgia, Long COVID, and Other Conditions with Debilitating Fatigue, which is available in print or on our website. This video is about how the person with debilitating fatigue might need to manage their symptoms and activity levels, and how that might impact the people around them. Changes brought on by the onset of a debilitating fatigue condition are usually dramatic and far-reaching. A person who used to be healthy now has substantially less energy than before, has trouble thinking clearly, and finds themselves easily overwhelmed by stress or even light and sound or the weather. The next few videos in this series describes the impacts of these conditions and strategies for addressing them. There is so far no cure for MECFS, fibromyalgia, or long COVID, but there are many ways to alleviate the symptoms. While treatments don't heal these conditions, they can reduce pain and discomfort, bring greater stability, and lessen psychological suffering. Most people treat their symptoms using a combination of medications and life changes. Since no medication is consistently effective in treating debilitating fatigue conditions, we recommend that people firstly try to find a doctor or a set of healthcare providers who are willing to work with them to try and find what works for their individual situation. It's very important to understand that symptom levels are affected by the actions of those around them. How a person lives with their condition and how his or her family and friends act will intensify or help to alleviate the symptoms of the conditions. Debilitating fatigue conditions impose limits on people. The severity of illness can vary greatly, but usually people function somewhere between about 15% and 50% of normal. People with debilitating fatigue usually can do less around the house than when they were healthy, and they often need to reduce their hours at work or stop working altogether. The limits brought by illness require many adaptations, both practical and psychological. For many people, the bigger challenge is actually psychological, accepting that life has changed and learning to see life in a new way. This acceptance is not resignation, but rather an acknowledgement of the need to live a different kind of life, one which honors the limits imposed by illness. In the words of one person in our program, getting well requires a shift from trying to override your body's signals to paying attention when your body tells you to stop or slow down. This process of accepting limits and learning to live a different kind of life usually takes several years. In terms of practical adjustments, perhaps the most single important strategy for controlling symptoms is for the person to adjust their activity level to fit the limits imposed by their condition. We call this living within the energy envelope or pacing. Rather than fighting the body with repeated cycles of push and crash, the person seeks to understand the body's new requirements and to live within them. But because it's not possible to do everything with limited energy, they, family members, and friends must choose those things that are most important to them. Family members and friends also have an important role to play in helping the person to adapt to limitations. The first and most significant thing is to honor the person's limits, accepting that they can do less than before, and trying to do more than the body allows will intensify symptoms. Another, which will be discussed in the next video, is to adjust the family workload. That's all for this video. The next video in this series is adjusting family roles to honor the person's limits and dealing with the financial pressures that come with debilitating fatigue conditions. If you or the person living with debilitating fatigue need further support, we are here to help. We have a range of services to support people with chronic conditions. Contact us at mecfs@arthritis.act.org.au or call 0262512055, or you can find further free resources on our website at www.emergeact.org.au.